Hey, what you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna read Amber Heard's new counterclaim from the
That's nice.
claim Johnny asked for a delay on the trial for their Virginia thing.
Now, just careful what you say.
No, don't worry. I'll totally. Gotta be careful what you say on here.
Just careful what you say, okay? Justice for Johnny all the way, man.
Justice for Johnny. I'm not a bot. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be discussing a little bit more about the Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp case. There's a couple things I wanted to bring up in this discussion, so we'll see if we get there to that point. But first things first, I have to make sure I've got the right document. This will be the right document. So this is actually the counterclaims for Amber Heard, which we've actually already kind of been through. So, it didn't matter at the end of the day. I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, their trial date was moved because of Corona. See, here's the thing that people forget. It's not like the government just picked that date out of a hat. They probably picked that date because of what Johnny sent them, and they're like, well, why don't we give them an extra month and all that good stuff. I found it. I love this. For anybody that's upset with Warner Brothers, to be honest with you at this point, by this kind of shows me that there's something else going on in the background that we don't know about. Because, as you can tell, they said they need Mr. Depp in September 17th through the end of mid-February. As for Aquaman 2, that film will not start production any earlier than May 31st. Which means they don't know yet if they're going to have Amber Heard or not. Let's face it, they don't. Now, I also read somewhere else that Amber Heard herself was taken out of, like, the shots for the main covers. Which is a good thing on their end, but we've got that. We've got this also from Johnny's lawyer about subpoena Melissa. These two officers that were there, and I watched a Joe Rogan him talk about how he thought Johnny Depp didn't commit abuse because of the people that he hangs around. Like, he knew him, they know that they wouldn't lie about this. And in the sense, the one guy's like, well, ever since, like, OJ, cops are going to take them in no matter what. Which is, I mean, yeah, it's not like it's our everyday average American going through this situation. These two are very high-profile situations, so they're going to probably look into it and take it a little bit more serious because they know that they could have something happen to them on the long end. They're more of a threat. So this one is about the people that are for Johnny Depp, all his little... I can't get past this. I take it she has no fan pages. She's a pretty face, and if you can tell from her Twitter, she's no longer posting her opinions on stuff anymore, and said now she shows her pretty face, which is funny because now somebody, I saw a article talk about how she's an alcoholic now. That's the new thing, like, to call her, because, she took a photo with a wine barrel. Of course, this is all speculations. There's no proof to it. That's the whole point of this case, is that we need to follow the proof and the evidence. We can't just make speculations. Let's see, what else am I forgetting about? Okay, so the main thing that I wanted to do on this video is watch this. Actually, earlier, I'm actually very surprised. So, this is what you see when you pull Amber Heard up. Amber Heard is a real nag when hanging out with her twin. So this is new. I think that media is finally starting to understand that Amber Heard is a problem. That she is the one that was causing the issues with Johnny Depp and not Johnny Depp being a wife beater, which we have known from evidence that she has admitted to it. I'm like, you think, but the thing is, like, sometimes people don't realize that confessions don't always mean truth. So we got to prove it. So this is where I saw Amber Heard removed from new Aquaman cover and Warner Brothers distancing. Now here's another thing that annoys me. This right here, TMZ. I don't know who this person is. Tina Knowles. I don't know who that is. Lead effort for Habitat for Humanity. It's because she's probably got kicked out of her other roles. And let's face it, Habitat for Humanity, while they probably have done some really great things, they'll hire up people. Are we sure they're all that great? Because personally, I wouldn't want her name on my charity at this time. Because it's case to case. It's kind of weird. But then again, I mean, you're going to accept money when you can get it, right? This person, we got this covered. They're not a good source. Screen Rant, the defamation. Fantastic Beasts is not the reason for Depp and Heard's trial delay. I disagree. I think we're not going to get the whole story because it's such a high profile case. I think that they were like, yeah, let's go. Because they didn't decide to do the delay until after Johnny put in for the request. It wasn't like it was they told him and then he put in the request. He put in the request and then they delayed it, whether you want to believe it or not. And then this one right here. It's funny. Amber Heard reveals true happiness amid drama. But then they have nag. Smiles while preying on Johnny Depp drama. And that right there, I don't think she understands that. That's a good tell for somebody. You're happy because you're losing against the guy that you accused of abusing you. Like, you should be down in the dumps. And it's like, well, I don't want him to win. I'm like, girl, it doesn't matter. Think about it overall. He's going to win, whether you want to believe it or not. But not because of Fantastic Beasts 3. Yeah, no. I don't agree with that. I think that it's both reasons. If you know the government and you've ever been involved with the government, you know that they're going to take advantage of a situation, which they got to. And Johnny put in the request before they decided. Thank you very much. And he put in, I did really appreciate him saying thanks. You know, it's a very Johnny Depp thing to do because he's just so kind. And then I also heard somebody talk about, you gotta remember, during all this trouble that was going on, his mother died. Like, she doesn't even, yeah, no. And then Amber Heard accuses Johnny Depp of a false smear campaign. It can't be false if I can prove it. She does understand that, right? I can prove her doing these awful things. I don't need Johnny Depp telling me so. Johnny Depp didn't ask me or whatever. Aquaman's, they didn't talk. I watched that. They didn't talk about Amber Heard. They kind of avoided talking about her. Yeah. I still don't know who this lady is. It's because they're not A-listers like Johnny Depp. Amber Heard is now countersuing Johnny Depp for a lot more money. Yeah, just like how you supposedly put that $7 million into the... Which, by the way, on their website, it literally tells you 1.9999 to 4.999 million was donated. Which meaning she did not donate that $7 million. And there's one of the counterclaims is asking for her to show proof of that. And they kind of argue against it, saying that it's kind of pointless to do so. Which it's not. That's the whole point of why they're there. Do they not remember why they're there? Probably not. I didn't realize that was a swimsuit when I saw that. I thought it was a dress. See? Emily Bunt may replace Amber Heard as it. See? She doesn't know much of this. We got this covered. If you're watching this, you guys suck. Covers up after getting slammed for no mask. Which she was awful towards people for getting mad at her for. Which, how do you not understand that? Like, if you go into another country, one that has that background and that history, and you go dressed with your nipples showing, of course somebody's going to be a little upset. But, you know, it's because, let's face it, at the end of the day, Amber Heard's outside is pretty, but her inside is rotten. And she's had plastic surgery, so it may stay around a little bit longer than people are going to be expecting. I'm trying to figure out. I guess the media is starting to realize that we're seeing that they don't really care about publishing the truth, and they're starting to realize, oh crap, Amber Heard really is a nasty person. I mean, she is. She's just a nasty person. Counsel for defendant Amber Heard. We also need to remember TMZ owns Warner Brothers. So you gotta be careful about where you get your source from. See, that's the one thing that's been really exhausting about looking all this stuff up. And that's why I kind of just go to the Fairbanks. Because, like, this is stuff they're actually, what do you call that? Where they're actually giving to the courts. So I kind of go off of this stuff. Because all this media stuff has proven that it's very biased. It's not objective. It's very subjective. And, like, we know that Amber Heard has done some bad things that has been kind of swept under the rug. And, of course, this would be the year that it gets shined to light, which I find a little ironic, from the Ellen DeGeneres to Shane Dawson stuff. We're starting to really see some of these celebrities coming and showing their true colors. Just because you play a pretty face doesn't mean you have a good personality, and which she is really showing. I've never thought she was a good actress, even before this came out, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even know she was married to Johnny Depp. During that time, I was going to call. I had bigger things going on in my life at the time than Amber Heard. But Amber Heard's got a lot of issues, and it just keeps coming out and out. And then we have to keep up with this because it's important. Now, here's the other thing I was thinking of. So Netflix had this episode come out for Criminal UK, and it had Kit Harington, and he was accused of rap by an employee, and they kind of left it at the viewer's discretion on to figure out if he had done it or not. They don't ever really tell you if he did or not. They leave it at your own view. I actually saw another article saying, well, it was written by a man, of course this would be how it is. I'm like, okay, let's not be sexist. That's just wrong. Let's not be sexist. Chillax. But it did kind of give you an idea of, there are probably, well, I know there are cases because I've known somebody, I've worked with somebody who was accused of abusing his girlfriend, and he, trust me, this guy would not hurt a fly. And, like, she was doing all these awful things to their kid, and, like, he couldn't, like, there was nothing. Like, these cases happen, and it's like some people want to just automatically believe the woman, and we can't really be like that. I understand, like, women, we all deserve human rights, correct? And we all deserve to be treated in the same equal rights, right? We also have to remember that while we are trying to move forward a more equal society, that doesn't excuse the badness we'll get. Because there are just naturally bad people in the world, and we need to understand that so that we can be prepared for these type of cases, because they're going to happen. No, like, some people just are bad people. There's nothing we can do about it. They're just born. It's their circumstances. It's nature over nurture. Like, we can acknowledge that there are just some bad people in the world, and some of those bad people may do some good things. Hint, hint. I think Amber Heard herself has always been a bad person, and I think she's gotten away with life because she is a pretty face. People are like, well, you're fat. That's the only reason why you're saying. No. I'm talking about her, how she's done some awful things, and I think it keeps escalating to a point where I think eventually she's going to do something very bad towards somebody. Maybe Johnny, and maybe her sister, maybe somebody else. We don't know. And I think this case, this whole thing, may actually help it, prevent it from happening. Because now people are kind of getting a little more feel of who she is as a person. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you can't be a bad person. Sorry to inform you, But they exist. There are some bad women in the world, just as much as there are bad men. But I think we need to acknowledge that with them. I think that's all I had. I was going to do, like, show you guys all these news articles that I kept seeing about Amber Heard, but they are getting a little better. Not that much better, but they're getting a little better. My only problem with Amber Heard is, how is it that Johnny Depp's legal team can come up with all this proof proving that he wasn't abused, and yet she can't? I don't understand that. The only pictures you have are that of what looks like to be cut. Like, it looks like the end of my hairs. And then pictures of bruises, but you can't actually, like, tell if they're real bruises or not because nobody got to see them. All they got were photos. So it's kind of hard to kind of stand by her because evidence shows that she is not good. And by the way, she was moved from L'Oreal. Well, I don't think she was removed. I think her contract came up, so I don't think they're going to renew it. And if they are, let me tell you, I'm not afraid to boycott them. I don't use them anyway, so now this will definitely make sure I don't ever use anything they own at all times. Now, the biggest problem some of us are having right now is we're coming to question of, should we boycott her films, anything that she's in? Now, this is a problem with me, because I've always thought boycotts are stupid, okay? Let me fix that. I've always thought that boycotts for, like, movies, like how people do, I always thought they were stupid, because it doesn't matter. They've already, I mean, it's already been made. What more can I do? But this is an instance where I honestly feel like if I go watch this movie, or if I watch anything with Amber Heard in it now, I feel like I am kind of disgracing myself as a woman. You get what I mean? In a sense that that this person is trying to destroy people in real life, and then you want me to watch her on the screen. And then some people are like, well, we read stuff from people, bad people, but they're dead and they're from a different society, right? They're from a different time era. So it's a little bit more different than that. And I just watch it for the show. But to see that she knows that she's, like, the dead aren't benefiting off of it, right? She would be directly benefiting it from this. Now, the other thing we need to also understand, it doesn't mean she can't get a job. Okay? It doesn't mean that she only has to be in A-list movies. There are other jobs in the world that she can do. She can become a drama teacher. She'd be good for that. Because, well, maybe not. I don't know. There are other things that she could do that wouldn't involve acting. Because let's be honest, acting is not her main priority. She could become a model agent. That wouldn't be bad. That doesn't affect, you don't have to be a good person to be a model because you're just a face. But there are other things she could do, so she can't really get mad at Johnny for smear giving. And he's had some of his movies not go so well either, and he's had some great ones. So, it's kind of this is all just a double standard with Amber Heard. How she hasn't been canceled yet is beside me. If you're going to cancel Ellen, why are you not canceling? Because isn't Ellen by the same people, Warner Brothers? So you're going to cancel Ellen, why aren't you canceling Amber? It makes no sense to me. But anyway, I just think that Amber Heard has done a lot of damage, and I don't think she understands exactly how much damage she's done to, like, Me Too. Because now I feel like this has just destroyed Me Too. I think she just destroyed Me Too. I don't think she should be allowed to put her name on a charities. I'm all for if she wants to volunteer and help charities, that's great. But take your name off of it. You shouldn't have your name on there. You shouldn't be recognized for it. You should be taken off. And, like, you can do it behind closed doors. I don't care. But take your name off of it so that we know that you're not getting anything from it. So, alright, guys. Well, that's all I have on this. I'm not sure if we'll have a video next week. We're just waiting on the verdict, and then we'll post about that. But I hope you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from. Maybe somebody else can give me a little bit more that they think. I think I think Amber Heard is in a lot of trouble for a lot of things she's done, hopefully she gets to pay the consequences of that. It already sounds like she's not allowed to go to Australia, which, by the way, isn't Aquaman 2 supposed to film in Australia? I don't think that's going to be happening. Well, for her. I love James Wan. I keep hearing it both ways. And then I love Jason Momoa. And I love Stephen King. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to see your stuff as long as Amber's name is attached to your art. And I'm sorry. And I hope you guys know that I'll watch anything else you guys do. And I'll make sure to watch The Conjuring like 5 million times. But anyway, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I hope you guys enjoy the video. We'll see about that verdict. I'm so excited for the verdict. I'm just like patiently waiting for it. Well, not well, but like, because I think the judge is gonna be like Johnny's favor. I think he will. I think the evidence totally proves that that the Sun totally should have not posted that article without further investigation. Like, you're not a YouTube channel. You're a news journal. So, all right, guys, have a great day.